Hey, it's going alright. Am I doing okay? No. I freaked out earlier out of nowhere. Hey, is it? Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna decorate my cake tomorrow. Birthday plans? I don't even know. I was trying to find a place to go with music. That's oh, that's no, don't do that. It was a hummingbird, but it landed on the, like, electrical wire and it was pecking at it. And I was like, oh, it's gonna get electrocuted. Anyways. Um, no, I do not look good. My eyes look red and puffy. I was just crying earlier and I freaked out. So I don't have Cash App, guys. I don't have Venmo. Well, I think I have Venmo, but I don't really use that. I have PayPal. And I'm not asking for money because I know people are going to be like, you're begging. And say, oh, no one's saying that. Like, yeah, I'm just not doing too good. I'm going to try to decorate my cake. I have a design in mind, so I don't know. Yeah. What I was going to say was I was trying to find a place. Yeah, I have PayPal. I was trying to find a place that had, like, music or something because there's this one event I wanted to go to, but to only go for, like, an hour and because I have to pick up my cake and then and then I won't make it there and then yeah, it's linked in my Beacons link, so when you go it says PayPal me or something. So I'm decorating my own birthday cake. I still have to get some more stuff for the cake, but yeah, I really don't know, you guys. Like, and then I was like, oh well, you know, maybe I was gonna try to find like a place that had a DJ that like it's free and you could go in and not have to pay. But to be honest, I really don't want to go to a club because I don't have club clothing. I mean, maybe one outfit, but I really don't want to wear that. And I got this, like, it's kind of like a sundress type thing. I don't know, short, and it's got flowers on it. I'm like, that's really not for a club. Because I was like, I was slightly considering, I don't drink. But I just wanted to go for the music and find some places free. But I don't have a club outfit. A dress. And I was like, and the dress I got was only $11 at Walmart, so, and it fits. It's like a 2X or something. It's a 20, but it fits. Outside bar, but I don't know of any that are like, I don't know of any in Albuquerque because I don't go to bars like that. I wanted to go to a bar and just listen to music. Probably go by myself. So, yeah. Yeah, I know bars and clubs are dangerous. I really don't know. Maybe I might find a bar. Outside bar, I don't know. But then again, I don't want to just go and just sit there, you know what I mean? Like, and just listen to music because I would have had to get a drink or something, right? I found a place, um, well, there was something I wanted to go to and then I found something else, but like that, you gotta buy tickets. And I'm like, I'm not gonna buy tickets just to go see that, so. Like, I don't want to spend money to go to get tickets for something that isn't really that good for my birthday. No, I can go live on TikTok. It's just that I don't want to deal with TikTok. Because it's like I don't know, it's downtown, I think. It's at Boots and Barn, or I don't even know. I forget what the place is. It's a car hop. You know, like they do like the lowriders hop in the air. And I'm just like, I don't want to pay just to see lowriders hop in the air and how high they can hop. Like, yeah, that seems cool and whatnot. I don't want to go to an arcade because I don't have money for the arcade anyways. I wanted to go hear music and have a good time. And like, the only place I could think of, by the time that it opens, I won't be able to get down there. So yeah, I'll have to be back. So because yeah, it's the library, but the library charges a $10 fee to get in, and I really don't want to go to a club. I just want to. I mean, a bar might be okay, but I just don't want to sit there and not get anything, you know. I'm not going to a concert. I don't know what concert you're talking about. Well, some of the clubs charge a fee to get in. Like, the library charges $10. I know because I was going to pay the $10 to get in one time, but, well, I don't know. I was expecting to go, but then my mom's ID was expired, so I had to wait in the car with her. My brother went in. We were living in the car at the time, and his friend wanted him to go be a wingman. And, yeah. And so his friend wanted him to go be a wingman, and I'm not going to a concert. Someone said I had enough for a new outfit for a concert. I'm not going to a concert. That's what I just said. I really want to go to see Gabriel Iglesias on the 10th, but I don't have money for that. So you do. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm literally back. My bad. Do you hear me? Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I can go live on TikTok, but I just don't want to deal with it right now. Thank you. I'm just really, my mom's doing good. I'm just really struggling. So, yeah, I just kind of like freaked out again today. And then, yeah. Well, I did a couple of cameos, but, I'm just still struggling. Well, I had some, like a slight panic attack, and then I freaked out, and then, yeah. So there's that. So, no, I don't, I've just been crying. What led to the panic attack? Well, the recent situation that I'm dealing with, that's what led to that. Yeah, it's having to realize something happened to you, and then, I have a lot, and I just freaked out, and then, where's the cameo money going? Well, I didn't even make that much, to be honest with you. It got lowered because I did it late. I was, dealing with some things, and then I was like, I better do it before I forget, because my brain, I do have some slight memory loss, just because, yeah, I have some slight memory loss. So, I didn't even make anything last month with Cameo, because I haven't got Cameo. I haven't got cameos. I'm not mad, no one cares, it's my birthday. What bothered me is that someone was mad because I said I got sexually assaulted. I don't know why in the world did that make someone mad. And to me, that literally pissed me off, because that sent me over the edge. Someone literally wrote a nasty comment and said, stop coming on the internet and saying everything. Like, journal it. Like, you're mad because I said I was SA'd, and then people have the nerve to respond and say, how convenient that you say that close to your birthday. Why should I have to struggle with that on my birthday? That is so crazy. Nothing that I said had anything to do with money. I shouldn't have to go through having to process that. That is a very sad thing to have to process. And in no way, shape, or form, when I said that, did I ask for money. Considering the fact, I could have just said, hey, it's my birthday, send money. I don't have to make up a story to say, hey, send me money on my birthday. I have done it before. People have sent me money to go to round one and enjoy myself with my family. Mind you, that was the last time that we really celebrated my birthday, because we went to round one. My brother went to Top Golfers. He paid for Top Golf, and then I took my family to round one. And then I just said, hey, it's my birthday, send money. I don't have to make up a fake story just to tell people, like, hey, it's my birthday. Like, that is so stupid for people to say, how convenient that you make this up for money. No. All I need to say is, my birthday's tomorrow, send me money. Like, you don't know what I had to struggle and what I have to deal with. And it's very hard. And then, I know the real reason why people are saying report it. You don't care. It's not about reporting it. If it's not reported by the police, then it must have not happened. That's what you're saying. And a lot of you guys are victim shaming, while actively telling me that I victim shamed Angie, which was not true. Because I was saying what someone else said, but calling it out. And you're turning around and doing the same thing that you're claiming me of is so weird. Like, you're literally victim shaming me, telling me it didn't happen, and that basically that's implied that because I don't go to the police, it didn't really happen. I'm not going to the police because it'll make the situation worse. I want to be alive. I don't gotta say much more. Like, you don't know how dangerous the situation has gotten. It's escalated. And you know, I had made some realizations of some things that were not being told to me that was not truthful. And that also is what affected what happened today. Because it is so messed up to look someone in the face and actively lie. Actively lie. No, actually not reporting it does not make it worse, because that's what makes people not report something, is telling them that it didn't happen. Because first of all, I did talk to someone, and based off of what I said, it depends on the laws of how sexual assault is handled. So if they don't not consider it sexual assault, if they, I don't know, based off of what I was told, something about the laws. It's what New Mexico's laws are of sexual assault. And basically that was another thing. And I was like, oh, okay. But you know, like, and yeah, they said it was not good. They said it was not a good situation. They said that shouldn't have happened because I didn't consent, whatever the case may be, right? But to be honest with you, like, yes, it will make the situation worse. And I'm just trying to be the bigger person. And I know that may not be something that people will agree with, but I don't need problems on top of problems while I'm trying to get a place to live. A safe place at that. Like, you guys don't even know the half of the stuff that I have to deal with, or that I'm currently constantly dealing with. And you know, I can't even enjoy my birthday because here there isn't really much to do unless you got money. Like, yes, I wanted to go to a place where they had music, hang out, and have fun, but it's just like I can't even enjoy my birthday because that's something that I'm struggling with, and it's hard. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna be hanging out alone for the most part. I don't have anyone to hang out with, so I know someone sexually assaulted me, but I can't really explain the whole situation. There's more to it than just that, and I don't know. The only thing I know is I'm struggling, guys. I'm really struggling with a lot of things. I'm struggling emotionally. I'm struggling mentally. Health-wise, I'm struggling. You know, I got so sick to the point I started throwing up because, you know, it's a lot to process. Like, I'm trying to move forward and then I can't move forward. I'm moving back. And yeah, I don't know how to handle anything, how to deal with it, how to process. I'm just struggling to process the whole situation in of itself, because it's not even just that. It's not even just that situation. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that happened with that person. And to be honest with you, I'm just, you know, you said start making. I literally have merch. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. Nowhere did I say anything about money. I don't have Cash App, and the only thing I have is PayPal, and no, I'm not asking for money. Like, why? When someone says something, like, I said I was sexually assaulted, why does it have to be money? Did I mention money? Did I say, throw me some money? I don't go, and here's the thing that annoys me. If you're gonna go online and say something, don't delete it. Like, why are you deleting stuff? You say stuff online, then you delete it. Like, I hate people that don't stand by things, or, you know, they go on these rage rants and then click delete. Like, it's so annoying. Everything I post is up until it expires. Like, I will never understand that. Like, and then, like, I'll see, like, troll pages or haters be shady, and then they take their stuff down. Like, you're going crazy. You're getting no likes. Like, some of these people literally are talking to nobody. Like, as if they're understanding what you're saying. Like, I don't get it. They're not indirectly name dropping me. But to be honest, going on those rants, talking to nobody, that's insane behavior. You're literally talking to yourself. I will never understand people doing that. Leave it up. And why do you gotta be so afraid? You act tough, but it's just a persona, because if you were really that tough, you wouldn't take stuff down. You yourself know that what you're posting is not good. Like, if people know they shouldn't be posting that, then why do they post it in the first place? Trolls, haters, people, whether or not they're not naming me. It's just, like, literally, I'm not even talking about anyone. You keep putting stuff up. Like, I'm so sick and tired of getting looped into something. I'm trying to live my life. I'm not trying to be out here doing anything to anybody or anyone online or offline, whatever it is. I'm so sick and tired of getting lumped into something. That coffee girl, or whoever it is, that not coffee girl, candy girl, the candy girl, I don't care if she goes live and runs her mouth. Like, I don't know why people are sending me her live. Like, I just delete those comments because I see it after the live has ended. I could care less. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people having this weird, and it's not even weird, but they have this scenario in their head. I'm not involved in anything. I would like to be left out of things and be left alone for my mental health. To be looped into things to make it seem like this, and this. I could care less what you got or what anyone's got going on in their lives. Like, I do not care. Like, people are self-centered and they care more about themselves than about someone else's feelings and what they do. Like, on the internet, trolls, haters, even off the internet or whatever the case may be, like, leaving a path of destruction, leaving a path of hurt, of hate, of harm, and then not taking accountability. and then proceeding to think that someone cares. Like, I'm not here to do this or that or play games. Like, hello. I'm self-centered. Well, clearly I'm not self-centered because you never met me in real life, but okay. You know, people brag about things and it's so annoying because who could care less? You know, I don't get all of this flaunting, all of this being at the club. You know, a lot of people posting at the club, drinking. I get it. Like, and I'm not talking to those that are positively posting. I'm talking about those that flaunt their money, flaunt their expensive things, flaunt who they're sleeping with. No one could care less. Like, I'm not that type of person. I could be that type of person. It's not that hard to go out there and get some. And I don't even think like that. That's not even my mindset. My mindset right now is to get a place to live. Who could care less if you're getting some? Like, that is weird behavior. Instead of money on your mind, it's fornicating on your mind all the time. Like, some people, it's just so crazy. Like, I don't get it. Like, it is not that hard. Men, women, etc. I can go do that. I could go be that. One phone call, ring, ring, ring. That's all I gotta do. Like, I don't need to do that. That is not my life. That is not me. Like, I'm not trying to be in competition with someone. I'm not out here trying to play games or mess with someone's head and to keep constantly messing with their head. That is weird behavior. People be mad obsessed. I can't even tell you the stuff that it's a lot, and it's even on and offline. If you knew, even on and offline, it's just so crazy. Like, I'm just trying to live my life. This is not some movie. This is not some game. This is not some mafia fantasy that people be trying to live out. This is like, okay, go be that. Like, I don't understand. Like, and I've seen this in online and I've seen this offline too, and I've seen this everywhere. Like, you know, people trying to live out this trying to be Scarface. Like, what? I don't get it. And you know, it's so crazy to idolize a movie like that. I like Scarface, but do I want to try to be something like that? No. Like, what are we doing? And even though Scarface was who he was, at least he didn't treat his girlfriend like shit. And at least he did everything for her. And, you know, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I was in a relationship, because I never was in a relationship. But I'm saying, like, it's weird how people be trying to live these fantasies they're not. Like, I'm not trying to be out here and be mafioso. Like, that's so weird. I'm not trying to risk my life. Are you, like, I'm just doing the best that I can, and I'm trying to make the best of my situation. I don't have my brother. I can't bring him back. Why is it so hard for people to just leave somebody alone instead of just cutting a deeper wound into them, and they just keep on, like, they just keep on digging a knife into them. Like, what do you get out of that? You know? I just want to be like, just go away. Go away. Some people just need to leave. Go away. I don't get it. You know, someone made a comment to me and I really didn't like it. And at the time, I should have said something because, you know, it was overstepping my boundaries. And at the time, I just kept it to myself. Because in no way, I get it. They thought it was pretty cool. They thought, you know, because I was this huge content creator, oh my god, you got girls screaming over you, like, they go crazy. Like, it doesn't matter, like, on that aspect. Yeah, you know, maybe it might seem cool to you, all they're making videos saying they want to be with you and all this. Like, yeah, I'm not the type of person to literally be like, oh, let me flex that. Like, no, that to me did not make me feel good at all. But I didn't say anything because I was like, yeah, you know what, whatever. You know, at the time it seemed harmless, but then thinking back on it, I was like, that's a little weird. You know, it's not about sleeping with people. It's not about that. And if that's what fills your empty heart, because that's what people do. And to be honest, we're seeing it with Shawty Bae. She sleeps with all of these guys because she's filling her broken heart, because all they do is use her. And the only thing she knows how to make her feel some sense of love is the closeness, because it is a soul tie when you sleep with someone. And you're carrying whatever baggage comes with that, because they're going to attach whatever problems they got to you. Just because, you know, and I see that, like, with her, she never had someone who loved her the right way. Her mom hit her in the head with a computer. Like, these are things, like, her mom only used her, contacted her one time to ask her for money to pay for a funeral. Like, she's never known what it's like to truly be loved. And when someone's never been loved properly, they'll attach themselves to anyone. They'll find anyone to sleep with because they know that fills them. Like I had parents who thankfully didn't abuse me. That, you know, we had the issues with my father's mental health, but other than that, you know, even though I've never been in a real relationship, I've never been loved properly. Like, you know, I sometimes, you know, because of the way that I was, certain people, you know, I was like, oh, well, then I could just go out there and go sleep with someone, you know. I could easily do that to fill this void, to fill this emptiness. People do that to fill the empty void. If they don't fill it with that, they fill it with something else, with drinking, with drugs. They fill it because it's empty, because they long for that attachment, that closeness, that feeling of just having somebody there or having something there that literally gets rid of all their sadness and all their problems. And to dig a wound into someone, that really hurts. And to constantly rub things in people's faces and to, like, you know, and to be honest, on and offline, and I'm saying this, I'm so tired of people not being trustworthy and truthful and looking someone in the face and then lying to them and then saying more stuff and coming out with more stuff and more stuff. And it's like, oh, the whole time, and now I'm finding out this, and you lied about this, and you were not trustworthy about this, and then realizing that certain things in situations, whether they be online or offline, which online too, some situations people, you know, and offline haven't been truthful. And then to literally realize, oh, this is the reason why this went the way it was. Stirring up stuff because you don't want to tell the other person the truth. You was living like someone living a double life. It is so crazy. I will never understand someone living a double life. I saw this video on this For You page of this guy literally calling the cops falsely on this girl, saying that she stalked him because he did not want to face the truth and tell his wife and kids that he was in love with someone else. And that's what literally pisses me off, that if you really cared about someone, if you really care about someone, then you should have the guts to tell the other person, like, hey, I'm having feelings for someone, I love this someone. No, you're trying to ruin someone else's life. You're trying to be hateful towards the other person because you don't want to admit to that other person because you was lying to them the whole time when you was telling someone else you love them. That is weird behavior to me. That is so weird. You make people feel special. You make people feel loved, and then you turn around and you don't even have the guts, the absolute audacity to tell the other person what you was doing while you was talking to them, talking to two people at once. That is so weird. Like, and I see this on social media all the time, played in people's faces. You should have went and go played in a pile of shit, excuse my language, instead of playing with me and playing, you know, I'm so sick and tired. I'm done. The absolute audacity. Crazy. Like, this is what I don't understand. Communication is key. I'm so sick and tired of people not communicating. You know, when people don't communicate online, offline, I'm so sick and tired. If you don't want a relationship with someone, tell them that. Don't just string them along. How hard is that? Like, ugh, stringing someone along when you could have just said, hey. Oh no, you gotta cause a whole bunch of problems just for an excuse because you really don't want to own up to you really don't want to own up or take accountability for anything you could do. God forbid someone says something, making up stuff because you didn't know how to handle two situations at once because living a double life was so hard. And it sucks when it's on the other end and you're honest and the other person's living a double life. And it's not even a double life of a whole wife and kids type thing because, to be honest, I'm not married to anyone. I don't have any kids. But you know what I mean? It's a whole, what I mean is like a double life, you know. I could care less. Like, I'm so tired of people flaunting things, flashing things. Like, when people say, I got a house and you don't, I could care less. People don't take accountability for the stuff that they do when they leave a path of destruction for someone. They have to fix their mental because it's mental mind games that I'm tired of having played with. You know, I'm tired of someone acting like they care when they don't. They never did. Why come into someone's life if you're only going to hurt them and make their life more worse than what it really is? My life is not a movie or a TV show or a soap opera. It's not like something to be made a joke of. Fooled me, I guess. I should throw on a red nose and some big shoes and walk around like a clown because I'm the biggest clown ever. Stupid me for even thinking someone actually cared. My bad. I always fall for it every time because it's a joke. Ha ha ha, let's all laugh. You know? I could go fill that void. I could go do what everyone else does when they're hurting and feeling a void and they're heartbroken. Go sleep with someone. It's easy to do, but I don't want to do that. That's all anybody ever wants in this generation. Whether it be in my generation, in my age, or older, that's all anybody ever cares about. Nobody cares anymore about not even dating, but literally being with someone to marry them. Like, so marriage isn't a thing anymore, and I'm not saying people have to get married. I could be, well, no, I don't think I would want to be with someone for that long and not be married. I don't know. But wasting someone's time, wasting someone's energy. People literally don't do things because, to be honest, I don't do things to hurt people. If I take time out of my day, my precious time out of my day, my personal time, to do something with you, I really mean it. Spending my time, which I'm not going to say, oh, like in certain situations, my time that I spent was wasted, because it was never wasted. You know, even if it was online, whatever the case may be, it's so messed up. Nobody wants to be truthful anymore. No one wants to say. No one wants to have conversations. Nobody literally wants to learn how to have a conversation. It's all about communicating to someone instead of living a facade and lying to someone's face, looking them in their face and knowing that you're going to hurt someone. You knew you was going to hurt that person, but you kept it going anyways. You know, I want to believe love exists real bad, but then, you know, something happens and it puts me in that, you know, forget it. Why can't anyone be truthfully honest? Why should it be so hard to ask for honesty from people? Me, I could never look someone in the face and lie to them. Like the whole situation, and this is not trying to be rude with Miguel, like I literally said, hey, I don't like you like that. I'm not going to try to string someone along and make them have some sort of incline, some sort of feeling whatsoever that I'm interested in them slightly, and then be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I do want to pursue this relationship. No, and then knowing that I really don't like that person, that's a horrible, heartless thing to do to someone, and then just drag them along. Like, I don't want to be that heartless person. When I love and care about someone, it is hard. I'm not going to be dragging someone along. I'm not going to be looking someone in the face and lie to them and then go to sleep every night and then wake up. Like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing stuff like this. When there is no such thing as real relationships anymore. And when there are real relationships with people, you know, and I know there isn't going to be a relationship without arguments, fighting, or whatever, but what happened to the real relationships? What happened to the people not living double lives? Like, why can't we just be truthfully honest to someone? You know, I talk to my mom. You say I barely talk to my mom IRL. I talk to her every day. Bro, I talked to her today, actually. The one thing that annoys me is doing the very thing, like literally lying to someone's face when someone says something and be like, oh, you could never do that, and then turn around and do the very thing you said that person could never do. Bruh. Which no one has told me that, but if someone ever told me that they was going to be in my life forever, I would laugh in their face. Don't say things to people, show it to them. Because if someone ever told me that, then I would just leave the relationship, because I'm not going to believe you. And I know that we don't all live forever, but don't say things if you're not going to be in someone's life. Because if someone ever told me that, then I'm gonzo. Don't ever tell me that. It may seem cute, it may seem sweet, it may seem, oh, but then, you know, the people that always say that are the ones that never stick around forever. So, like, you just projecting. You just know you're not going to be there. And what's crazy is to look someone in the face and tell them that, and then you leave them when they're at their lowest. That's the worst. You know, and no one's really, well, yeah, maybe once, but I've never really had anyone leave me at my lowest. My friend, I had a really good friend that passed away. We would have still probably been friends doing things. You know, she would have probably hung out with me for my birthday or whatever, you know, which is sad. The only really good friend I had. But, you know, I don't have a sister to talk to about certain things. And it's sad. You know, sometimes I wish, my sister was alive, because then I could talk to her about relationship problems and what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through, and having that talk. Because with my brother, you know, guys, you really can't have a talk about relationship problems, because guys, they're not, some guys are not, like, on that emotional, how do I say it, like, they don't really show emotions. I don't know. They're not really emotional people, so my brother probably wouldn't know how to help, you know, but I'm just, you know, my mom is not a lesbian, so my mom is straight. Yeah, my sister's name was Bernadette, and she was a stillborn, which means she was born dead. But yeah, because my sister was a baby that was born dead. Even though she was never born alive, you know, there are a lot of things that I wish I had a sister for. You know, like, I see people being like, oh, I went out with my sister. Like, my sister is my best friend. Like, my brother was my best friend. You know, but there were certain things I couldn't talk to him about because he's a guy. People don't understand. Yeah, I could talk to my mom, but there are certain things you can't talk to your mom about sometimes. You know, I'm dealing with a lot, and if people literally was me and went through half of the stuff I went through, yeah. And then you'd be like, oh, you're this calm. Oh, you're this nice. Oh, you're this. Like, what happened to me, I could flip out and go online. I already said something that, you know, certain people, you know, and I literally, and not even say anything rude. I'm trying to hold myself back from snapping, because yes, I am upset, hurt, and then when something else is being said, I snap and get angry, like, oh, so the whole time you was lying. More stuff comes out and you lie. And then people have the nerve, especially online, or whether the case may be, to not look me in my face, but have the nerve to say, have the nerve to say that they think I would lie, but then turn around and lie. You was projecting. And I just hold it in. And I just try to walk with grace, because not everything needs to be on the internet. But to be honest, when I finally said that I was sexually assaulted, that literally let go of everything that I was hurting. And I actually felt better. And I said, I'm glad that it's out there. And to be honest, whether people believe me or not, that was not my intent. I was holding my emotions in. I had to let them out. I hadn't talked to my therapist in 2 weeks. And when I was finally able to talk about it, it was just brief. And I just didn't want to keep talking about it, because then it would keep making me more upset. I have to process that in my brain. It's my birthday. everything that has happened to me has made me feel less than. I've lost my self-worth. I just, my chest, I just wanted to get surgery to reduce it because that's how bad I felt. No one knows just the stuff that I have to go through. Oh, no one would want to do that to you. No one would want to touch you. Like, what kind of a victim shaming mentality is that? You don't know what I've been through. I had to process that. I have to process that for the rest of my life and try to somewhat have normalcy, because something is always happening to me. And I can't even talk about it because when I mention something, nobody knows what it's like because people think they have access to someone, that they can just grab someone anytime they feel like it. Oh, well, that's mine. I can just grab it whenever I want to. I literally went somewhere and this dude did not even ask and just grabbed me for a photo. And then afterwards says, "Was you okay with that?" And I'm like, "No." Like, literally trying to hit on me, asking me for my number. I didn't reciprocate, got up and left. And I'm like, what is wrong with society? What happened to people? Having major depression, having your brain tell you you're worthless. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve happiness. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve anything good in your life. You don't deserve nothing but to be 6 feet underground. And then to literally have to tell people that's your brain, telling you that. And then being like, well, you're trying to S-bait everyone. I'm not trying to harm myself. I literally said, I don't know how many times I have to say that. I'm trying to fix myself, go to therapy. I'm trying to work on my mental health, but there's always something. People laugh like this is a game. This is not a game. This is real life. I'm not trying to play who's better than who, or who has more than who, or who has what than who. Like, I could care less. And the thing that annoys me is not standing by your words. Literally posting something and then deleting it. Just keep it up. What's the whole point of posting and deleting something? You said it, say it. And stop using subliminals. Name drop people. To literally sit there and say this isn't about someone when literally it is about someone, that is crazy. I know I'm not an idiot. Especially if someone snapped, like, people have snapped on me online. If someone snapped, people have done that, and then go and post a whole rant or say something horrible after they just snapped at me. Of course, obviously, I know who it's about. Making it seem like someone's being delusional. Oh, it ain't about you. This ain't about you, but you want it to be about you so badly. I didn't say anything. Your mind subconsciously already knew. It's not even subconsciously. You already knew who you were saying about. Saying disgusting things, horrible things that I would never fix my fingers to say to anyone. Imagine wishing the worst on someone's unborn kids is crazy. Like as if you didn't type that with your fingers. I could never do that to someone. And I do feel like I should be angry and be heartless, but I can't. I can't be that heartless person that snaps and says everything that I've been dealing with on the internet and not care, because I do have to care. At some point, I might be able to share some things, but to be honest with you, I could have snapped like I have in the past and said, well, you know what, go online and say what, and not say anything rude, because I'm not about attacking someone and going back and forth. I don't know why everything that people assumes happens in life is drama. You guys have to differentiate drama from real life stuff. Like, if you're gonna chalk that up to drama, then that's beyond drama. Threatening people's lives is not drama. That's not a soap opera. That's unhinged behavior. That is literally unstable behavior. The amount of people that come online and tell me to harm myself, the amount of people that tells me to unalive myself, the amount of people that threatens to harm me, and literally that is unstable behavior. That is mental health issues that people need to seek help for. And I'm not making a joke like go seek a therapist. I'm being 100% serious. I want people to be okay. I want their well-being to be okay. But it's very unhinged, very unstable behavior to go online and threaten people and spew off the mouth like as if that's okay. Considering the fact that I get threatened all the time, that people are trying to unalive me, and then I almost get run over by a truck. Like, these are things that are not jokes. I don't come on here and try to over-exaggerate anything. They knew what they was doing when they hit the gas as they're turning. Nobody literally speeds up as they're turning a corner. You're supposed to slow down. And nobody is going to tell me otherwise, that was not saying, oh, that was unintentional. No, it was intentional. I don't care what anyone says. A car can also be a weapon. Never once have I ever had someone try to run me over like that. And to justify trying to unalive someone with a car is crazy. A truck at that. Not having no care and being heartless, that is jacked up. It was intentional. You do not speed up as you're turning a corner, and then to speed away and literally not stop and be like, hey, I'm sorry, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I have PTSD. What does that do to someone? I just literally want to walk. Like, sometimes I think, oh, why don't I walk into the line of fire when there's like a pew-pewing, like a shootout, and just put myself in harm's way because I don't want to be here. I have positive people that cares and asks me if I'm okay, but it gets overshadowed because my brain tells me something different, and not about those people, Not about those people, but my brain literally tells me, my brain doesn't function normal like other people because I have major depression. And I'm and I'm not baiting my mom. I'm the only person my mom has. That's why I'm here. When my mom goes, that's it. People shouldn't be walking around and being heartless and treating people heartless and then literally have the nerve to not hold themselves accountable and act like they aren't hurting people mentally. I used to love reading. That's the thing. Geminis really love reading. I used to love reading, but I really, my brain, like, I like doing hobbies and things like that. Like, I love doing exciting things, but I don't want to do anything anymore. Like, I'm back in that mindset again, and it's slowly getting there. And like, yeah, you know, I feel motivation to do things. Like, yeah, I try to go out and enjoy my time. Like, I saw Twista live, and my favorite song is Overnight Celebrity, even though the other ones, you know, Slow Jams was another one, you know. But I have, like, I couldn't post some of the videos because it said it would get taken down because it was copyright audio. But I was able to put up Overnight Celebrity, and it's just things like that, like, you know. And I got sad because I was like, my brother can't witness this. Like, he's not here to, like, see Twista live, because I'm pretty sure we would have went to that event. I'm pretty sure he would have heard about it, or I would have heard about it, and he would have took us there. You know, and then the whole time I was freaking out because I said, oh, if I run into this person, that's it. You know, it's a very scary situation. I'll be going somewhere, and then I'll be like, oh, I can't enjoy it because, you know, this is the things that I used to do, and it's hard because it's just like, what do you do? How do you fix your brain? And I'm trying to work on that because I was doing so good until it went downhill. Even at the Twista concert, I knew, like, I know when people don't come up and ask for photos, it's because they're secretly filming me. They're taking pictures. Like, I already know someone already had pictures. There was only 2 girls that came up after Twista's set had finished that asked me for a photo, and they seemed really happy, and they were screaming or whatever, you know. They were happy, which, you know, hopefully it was a positive interaction, because sometimes people leave and they make nasty comments. But, you know, I was having a good time. You know, I was dancing, I was jamming out to all the songs that Twista had performed, you know. And for me, it was like, oh my god, it's like Twista live, and it's a free concert. You know, that's the things that make people, is like the fact that these celebrities put on free concerts that you don't have to pay for. No one can afford a concert, and that's why I went, because it was free. And I'm like, it is so nice to see celebrities put on free concerts for people, because these are the things that they enjoy. But I've lost all motivation for life, for enjoyment. And yes, like I said, right now I'm not trying to harm myself, and I have major depression and those thoughts, but I'm struggling, and I know eventually if I slip back into that dark place, that I just know what's gonna happen if it gets worse. Like, I'm out somewhere and I'm freaking out, and I have to watch my surroundings and pay attention that I don't run into someone and then that be it, you know. And then sometimes I'm like, well, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like, sometimes, you know, and it's perfectly okay for people to go online and threaten me and then just get away with it. And sometimes I do protect people, you know, when I shouldn't protect people, but I do. And maybe I do still care about people, even though I shouldn't care about people, after all the crap, after everything I went through. You know, the person that SA'd me, you know, I even still had a thought like, oh, if things got mended, that's crazy. I'm the one that has to sit here and process being SA'd. I'm the one that has to sit here and process that my brother is dead. I had so much trauma in these past years. So much happened to me that I haven't been able to process one specific situation, because it's one after another. and it's piled on, and I'm just always waiting for the next traumatic thing to happen. So much so to the point where I've been completely and utterly desensitized to an extent. You know, people showing up at my door. Police falsely called. I felt like I was in the car. You know, and then, yes, I did latch, well, I didn't latch on, but, you know, I was blinded because that was my happiness. And I fell for it like an idiot because I thought, oh, you know, that sucks. Now look at where I'm at. Oh, someone truly cares about me. They really meant what they said. They meant it. I would have done anything. And people wonder why people are single. I don't want to have to deal with this hurt. I don't want to have to keep constantly going through this. So I keep to myself. So I don't have to get hurt. So I don't have to deal with people not being truthfully honest and lying to my face. You know what that does to someone? And then it makes somebody not want to trust anybody when someone comes into their life. Bruh, look at the whole Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion, lying to her face, playing in her face. Well, you was actively trying to marry the woman, making it seem like you wanted a future with this woman, buying a house with her. To then cheat on her while you tried to make her feel like she was a wife. And these men keep playing in these women's faces. Party played in her face. This girl literally loves hard. And you screw with her like that. It's so crazy. I don't know why people love to screw with women that love hard. I don't know if it's just this universal thing that they know how to take advantage, how to get into people's head, how to mentally mind F them. So insane. They have this like universal code or something. I don't know. It's like the bat signal. It's so crazy. And there will be some chick that'll be out there that will really want to be with Klay Thompson after that. That'd be so crazy too. And then it'd be the ones that probably be calling themselves girls, but they're not really girls, because they would get with a man that cheated on a woman, saying, oh, they can change, I can change them. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't change people. They go and do it again because they know that there's always going to be some girl with a big old red nose and some big old shoes with a clown outfit on that'll fall for it every single time. And not even fall for it. It's right there in their faces and they say, oh, the red flags are being shown to them. And they still know that they're being played with in their face, but they could care less. Oh, well, you know, I have him in the moment. But yeah, but what happens when he leaves you for another girl? Then what? That's why I'm so sick and tired. Like people say, I do not want to be in a relationship. I do not want to let someone in my life because all it is just people lying to my face. All it is just people telling me that they care, that they love me, and then they really don't love me. And I'm so sick and tired of that. Like, when I say something to someone, if I say I love you, I really mean it. I'm not playing games. I'm not joking. None of that. The fact that people play in people's faces, I'm like, don't play with me. Go play in that pile of dog crap. There's other things you can play with. Silly putty, slime, stress balls. A whole plethora of things you could play with before you play with someone else. Like, I'm not out here trying to fight people, trying to expose people. I'm not out here trying to expose people and embarrass them and you know, all that stuff. Like, that's crazy work. You know, and I could snap and just go off the rails. But I haven't. I don't know. I don't have any type of toys anywhere. That's weird. In a shelter. Like, that's weird. First of all, I'm not talking about something from 2 weeks ago. I'm talking about a plethora of things. And no, I am not going to get over it. Because I'm so sick and tired of people posting subliminals and posting literal shades towards someone and then acting like everything's okay. I'm not even talking about anyone. I would like to be left out of things. I'm not trying to play games with anyone or play this or that. I could care less what people are doing in their lives. You act like people care. No one cares. Seriously. I didn't break into Angie's motel. Actually, her door was open. She left. She left her room with dog shit stuck to the floor. Actually, yeah. She left her room with dog shit stuck to the floor and kitty litter. And you know why we was in the room? Is because Angie's friend told us to go get her clothes that Angie left in the motel room. And she told my brother, can you pick up my clothes and give it to me? We picked up her clothes and we gave it to her. We dropped it off to Angie's friend. That's why we were there. We didn't break into her room because it was open. And my brother even told the office he was going in there to retrieve some of her friend's items, which was the friend that was not supposed to be there because she was not paying for her. She was letting her friend climb into the window and sleep. And then she said, you need to tell her to leave. You're the one who had the girl sleeping in your room without paying anything. And now you're asking her, now you want my brother to ask her to leave instead of you doing it yourself? Let's not lie. We didn't break into her motel room. The office knew. So my brother was there collecting the stuff, and since he had already got the stuff, they were like, okay, we have to close the door. You guys had to leave because they needed to deep clean it. There was literally food in the bed. It looked like the cat threw up in their bed. There was kitty litter everywhere, and she left the room like that. And people are mad because I got photos of animal cruelty, which we reported to animal control and they never showed up. Animal control never showed up. So, my apartment, if you want to talk about my apartment, let's talk about all those dog pads all down the hallway. Why don't you talk about how Angie got puppies that she wouldn't take care of? We cannot allow puppies to be pissing on the carpet. It's carpet. It is carpet. You need dog pads to train the dogs to go to the bathroom. And let's talk about the motel room since everyone wants to talk about it. My brother, which I didn't leave it like that. I didn't go back to help him get the stuff from the motel. He told us to stay at the car and he would go handle it. They said that you had to hurry up. We had to hurry up and be out. He took all the stuff, all the good stuff. So what he literally did is he took everything that was good and left the garbage for them because they told him he had to hurry up and get out. He said, I'm not even going to try to throw away or clean anything. Mind you, all that food that was in the refrigerator was just bought. All that food that was literally in the refrigerator was bought. That is not old food that we left for anyone. That was good food. Oh yeah, really? Well, okay. So here's this. Since, you want to believe the maid, right? And I'm going to tell you the whole honest truth because the maid lied and that's why she got fired. Because the office there, people made a false claim that our room was dirty. So they came to our room and checked and our room was clean. I have paperwork and storage if you would like to see where they did inspections. They inspected our room to see it was clean, so our room had to be clean. Because they would come and inspect because they said, well, people are reporting that your room is dirty. They seen it online. They saw the room wasn't dirty, and then they said they were going to come inspect our rooms. I literally got papers when they said they were going to inspect our rooms every month. So let's not lie. They inspected our room every month. It was not dirty. Because if the room was dirty and that was the case, then we wouldn't have been living there for that long. Like, I got the paperwork. It's in storage. Yeah, you're right. She was the maid, and she never did her job. There you have it. What type of a maid goes online and posts videos of things they find in rooms? If that's the case, then why is she throwing ice on the sidewalk instead of doing her job? She was too busy making TikTok videos at her job. She ran her mouth too much saying that she believes I unalived my brother. And she kept talking so much so that they fired her. She lost her job. I don't know what part of that don't you understand. If she was doing her job, she wouldn't have got fired. You don't get fired because you're doing your job. Yeah, sometimes you do. I'm not going to lie and say that doesn't happen. I don't talk to Lindsay anymore because she stopped talking to me because she got tired. What happened was people kept asking her to go live with me. And I know why they kept asking her to go live with me. She has a disability where she talks fast. She's from Texas, but she has a disability where she talks fast. People would make fun of her for talking fast because they didn't understand what she was saying. I understood because she talked fast. And yeah, sometimes I didn't really talk because I didn't know what to talk about. But she got tired of people asking her to go live with me. So then what happened was that she said, you need to tell people to stop asking me to go live with you. It's getting annoying. And she said, you're full of drama and I'm blocking you. And I said, okay. And it had nothing to do with me. It was because they were coming to her. And not only that, I understand why they went after some of her friends, like the one that had a Confederate flag in the background, and they got her life taken down. I mean, I'm not going to say, like, hey, don't do that, because you know the consequences of what's going to happen when you do stuff like that. I was a little upset. To be honest with you, I'm your friend. I'm black. And that girl had the nerve to sit up there and say that black people deserve slavery, knowing what I speak. Sorry, the 20% battery came up. Like, my friend knew what I spoke up for and what I stood for. And your friend is there. Mind you, I turned it down because the reason why I turned the volume down is because my dad, he wasn't on his medication, and sometimes, he would bother me a little bit. Like, he would just, when you're like, go on, get away. And some of the videos that are out there, right? And just to bother me. And to be honest, right? I had turned it down because I didn't want him to hear me going live with people and be like, hey, because anytime he heard I was live with my friend, he would come running and he would be like, hey, hi. And I'm just like, please go, please go. Because I didn't want him to say something, I can't control what he says sometimes. And, that's the case. But the thing is that I turned it down and I didn't really hear until someone said, why did you allow her to say that? And I said, what? And then they were like, yeah, she said, well, and then they were like, she said black people deserve slavery. And I was like, and no one told me this till after I ended the battle with her. No one said anything after I ended the live. Like, not live, but ended the live battle with her. Like, you waited until after. And that's what bothered me, was like, I get people have their opinions, but that's hateful. Like, you're going live with people, and I hate seeing these people get caught in doing hurtful things on lives. Like when they mock and make fun of disabled people that they're battling. And people are giving these people hard-earned money. They're spending their hard-earned money on people to spread hate. Going live with people mocking them. Going live with people being racist to black people and racist to other people. Going live and making fun of someone's disabilities. Well, I could get paid on Instagram if I set up subscriptions, but I don't go live. This is not gonna be where I mainly go live. That is not complaining. They are jealous for no reason. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, and I'm not anywhere, so you don't even know where I'm at. For all you know, I'm under a bridge with a tent. Nobody is accusing anybody of anything. No, they're just going to take the GoFundMe down. I'm not going to start a GoFundMe. I'm tired of that. I'm not even at Stillbridge. Stillbridge said I was never there. Like, I don't know why you guys harassed the place and then they had to come out and say that I was not part of them. Like, that is so crazy. They should have called the cops on you guys instead of making a statement, because it puts people in danger, and especially because they don't know the severity of the whole situation. That literally could have put someone in danger. Like, what if someone was fleeing an abusive relationship? What if someone was under an assumed name? What if someone was fleeing somewhere? And you go and you make a statement, then that's going to send people to look elsewhere and start trying to find where they're at and start trying to dox them at other places. Trust me, it's not that hard. Like, saying they're going to find me soon. There's only so many bridges you can look under that have tents. People know where most of the homeless people hang out, under the bridge. So, it's not that hard to find someone. Hello. I'm outside. Do you hear the outside? Do you hear the birds? Do you hear the cars? If I was anywhere, I'm not even anywhere. Obviously, if I'm told to stop doing something, that means I'm not there. Because if I was there, I wouldn't even be going live. You hear the outside. Well, no, the war zone is literally like Louisiana, like central, like going up central Louisiana. It's literally Wyoming. That's like the war zone, like Texas Street, because I used to live on Texas Street. Um, but I don't hang out in that area, so I wouldn't know. Like, yeah, a lot of people hang out there, but there used to be Tent City, and Tent City used to be by the train tracks. Tent City was literally by the train tracks. And they removed people from the train tracks because they tore down Tent City. There's people that hang out under the bridge on 4th Street. There's people that hang out under the bridge downtown. Like, there's a lot of bridges that people hang out at. Some people even camp out in the Bosque. There's places where a lot of people hang out. A lot of people hang out on Zuni. The shelter that I was at did not tell me to stop going live. So the shelter I was at with my mom literally assumed I was going live on property when I wasn't. I was leaving to go live. Not a single place told me to stop going live. The shelter that I was at before didn't say to stop going live. They literally said that I wasn't allowed to go live on property, which I was not. But, it was a whole thing. No, they didn't. No place told me to stop going live. All they said was that I'm not allowed to go live literally on property. Sorry, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. The last one that I was in never told me to stop going live. They said to not go live on property. No, not go live on property. I could go live anywhere I want. That's why I would leave to go live. Hello, why do you think I went live at the park? Common sense. No, that they didn't say to stop going live. They can't control what I do when I leave the property. No place can control me. I'm a grown adult. I'm going to be 32. No place could control me, because if some place told me to stop, then I would have left. I would leave. I mean, you just love to hold on to things. You just love to say, oh, they told you to stop going live. You're not getting me off the internet, no matter how hard you try. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. Get over it. Call the ambulance. Go cry. Boo-hoo. Well, anywhere has the same noises. Downtown has these noises. Under a bridge has these noises. Constant traffic means that I'm by the freeway. Bruh, literally saying I know where you're at is not scary. You know what's crazy is saying that under a troll account where anyone can find you. That's literally a threat that should be reported to the FBI. Saying, I know where you're at. Okay, well, the FBI should know who you are. Weirdo. Well, I'm not there. I could be at Montgomery Park. I could be at West Bluff Park. I could be at Westside Park. I could be at what's the other, what is that tower? You know where there's no TV in the background. Oh, that was old lives. Well, the FBI has to take anything seriously because if you're threatening someone and saying, I know where you're at, like, it's not whether or not the FBI wants to do it for you, they have to. People can't just make threats and the FBI not do their job, because then I could sue the FBI for not doing anything. That's their job. If they don't want to do anything about the threats, then I can just sue them. That's what the FBI is for. Hello? I didn't threaten anyone, and I don't threaten anyone all the time. Oh, well, I'm not planning to do anything. First of all, God's warehouse is torn down. God's warehouse does not stand, nor would I ever be anywhere around God's warehouse. God's warehouse had a speaker stand up there and say that God forgives people that hurt children. And my phone is at 10%. So anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. I need to grab my portable charger. And that portable charger makes my phone hot. It's the one that is like magnetized to your phone. And it charges like wirelessly. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. You don't need money to sue a large corporation. People sue large corporations all the time knowing that they may not win. They could lose out and have to pay money to them, but yeah. Anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. Stay safe. Bye, guys.